All right, so buckle up, because today's deep dive is a wild ride.
Yeah, we're talking legal battles, political hot water, and, well, a hefty price tag for saying the wrong thing.
It's a story that really grabs you, right? I mean, we're talking about Rudy Giuliani.
Former mayor of New York City.
Exactly. And now he's facing the possibility of losing his apartment, his Manhattan apartment, no less,
Huh?
over defamation.
This is not your everyday, slip of the tongue kind of situation.
Absolutely not. This goes back to the 2020 election, all that talk about voter fraud.
Right, Giuliani was deeply involved in all of that, very vocal, lots of public statements alleging this widespread voter fraud, especially in Georgia.
And this was even after, like, courts had dismissed a lot of these claims, right?
Exactly. And this is where it gets interesting from a legal perspective. You see, you can't just go around making accusations without any evidence.
And that's where those two election workers come in, right?
Yeah.
The ones from Georgia.
Yes, Giuliani publicly accused them of manipulating votes, tampering with ballots, even said they were part of some big conspiracy to steal the election.
I mean, those are some serious accusations. Did he have anything to back that up? Any proof?
That's the thing, he didn't. No concrete evidence was ever presented to support those claims. And in fact, election officials, independent fact-checkers, they all debunked his claims.
So, naturally, these election workers, they fought back, filed that mad $150 million defamation lawsuit against him.
And they won.
$150 million, though, that's a mind-boggling amount. What made it that high?
Well, in defamation cases, especially involving public figures, there's this thing called actual malice. Basically, it means the person making the defamatory statement, they knew it wasn't true, or they acted with reckless disregard for the truth.
So they basically had to prove he was knowingly lying or didn't care if it was true or not.
Exactly, and the court found enough evidence to conclude that he did act with actual malice. That's huge in a defamation case, and that played a big role in the size of that judgment.
So the court ruled against him. He has to pay up, but then it gets even more complicated, doesn't it?
It does, because Giuliani didn't comply with the court order to pay the damages. And that's when things took a really interesting turn.
Because that's when the court said, okay, well, if you won't pay up, we're coming for your assets. And they set their sights on his Manhattan apartment.
Exactly. When someone doesn't comply with a court order to pay damages, the court has the power to seize assets to satisfy the judgment. That's what's happening here. His apartment's on the line.
So it's a powerful reminder that words have consequences, especially in this day and age where information spreads like wildfire online.
It's a big deal. This case isn't just about one instance of defamation. It highlights the importance of truth and accountability, especially for public figures who have a platform and influence over people.
For sure. And you know what? It makes you think. What if every time someone in power made a claim, they knew they could lose something as significant as their home if they couldn't back it up?
It's a pretty thought-provoking idea, right? Would it change the way they speak? Would it make them more careful about the information they put out there? I don't know the answer to that.
It really makes you think about the power dynamics at play and the responsibility that comes with having a platform. Makes you wonder about the future of political discourse, right?
Definitely something to ponder.
Absolutely. And on that note, we'll leave you to ponder.